interactive features. So what to do after a blowout? Well, first of all, it's really important to understand that, no matter which way you look at it, there are some fundamental principles. So one of those fundamental principles is that you do need to expend more energy than what you are taking in. But instead of looking at that at the course of a week, definitely track your results week to week, but you want to be looking at that in the course of a month. Okay, so look at your results over a total month. Track your results weekly, but look at your overall results over the course of a month. Okay, really break that goal down and see what it is that you need to be losing over the course of a month, and always undershoot. All right, always, maybe undershoot's not the right word, but make it a goal that is definitely achievable and that you know that you absolutely can and will achieve. So if we're talking about a blowout weekend, or if we're talking about a blowout even during the week, then there are a couple of things that I'm going to recommend that you do. Now, the first one is that at your workout sessions, because you definitely can't compromise on those, during your workout sessions, you want to do what it is that you normally do. So I hope that you are doing some form of resistance training. If not, then let that be the first thing that you need to do. At the end of your weight session, at the end of your resistance session, however it is that you are doing resistance, I'm going to recommend that you add in a 7-minute Tabata session. Okay, now if you don't know what Tabata is, it's easy enough to Google. But Tabata is basically a 7-minute workout where you are pushing yourself quite hard for about 40 seconds, and then giving yourself 20-second rests in between. Okay, so it's 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, and you're doing that for 7 minutes. Now, you can do this anywhere. It doesn't need to be at the gym, but if you are doing a weight session, then I'm going to recommend that after 3 sessions this week that you do a 7-minute Tabata interval training session. Okay, you can do this at home. If you aren't doing weight sessions, then you're going to need to do these a bit more frequently. Now, I'm going to recommend that you use a full body movement. All right, so for example, it's really, really good exercise to do with squats. So what you want to be doing is a squat, and you just kind of bob. Okay, so that the muscle is under constant tension. So instead of standing all the way up and then coming all the way down and then standing all the way up and standing all the way down, you want to just kind of come up and down and come up and down and bob. So you're not fully extending the leg, and you're not fully crouching down to the ground. Okay, so you constant tension on the muscle, and then you want to rest for 20 seconds. So that's the first thing I recommend. The second thing that I recommend is meal prep. Okay, you definitely have to do meal prep. The reason why I'm recommending this is because you got to get straight back on that wagon. All right, you got to get straight back to it. Now, people have different ideas about what failing actually is, and some of you will feel like a blowout is a failure. But I want to let you know right now that having a blowout is absolutely not a failure. It happens. It's life. There are special occasions. There are things that come up. And sometimes, we just need to have a bit of a blowout to, for whatever it is that your reason. The reason doesn't matter. Okay, the reason doesn't matter. What you need to make sure that you do afterwards is just not berate yourself for so long that it takes you a whole week or 2 weeks or the month to just keep going. Okay, failure is when you stop. All right, failure is when you stop and you let the blowout be the reason that you don't continue because it's not perfect. Okay, because you're not being perfect. It's completely unrealistic. So one of the things that you can do, and this is what I do with my clients, is that I get them to write a list of 10 compelling reasons why you need to keep going. Okay, 10 compelling reasons that you need to keep going. So let's say, for example, that you had a blowout over the weekend. Okay, it's Tuesday today, so if you didn't already get back on it Monday, it's okay. Today's a new day. Remember that we wipe the slate clean at the end of the day, so today is a new one. 10 compelling reasons as to why you must. All right. So, for example, this is what I did for me. A couple of weeks ago, I had a blowout weekend. It was my friend's birthday, and there was ice cream, and I don't need to say anymore. And come Monday, I had a busy week. Right. I had a super busy week, and my kid was cutting teeth. Right. He's teething. He's 13 months old, and apparently more teeth come. And I knew that I was going to be super busy. I needed all my energy and all my wits about me to actually be able to deal with, I don't want to say he's annoying, but let's be honest, a teething child kind of is annoying, even when it's your own. And I needed to have my wits about me to make sure that I was on top of what I needed to be able to do, but then also be there for him with whatever he is going through. So those are 2 of my 10 reasons as to why I needed to just get back on it. Okay, so instead of thinking about how bad you've been with food and needing to be good with food, instead of thinking about that, actually take the focus right off of that and focus on the reasons why you must keep going. Okay, make sure you focus on the reasons why you need to get back on it. It's super important. You've got to distinguish that difference there. And that's what changes the whole mentality. That's what changes the whole mentality around being good and being bad is that, especially for women, it's not about those things that really move us, that really motivate us. For guys, it's a little bit different. You guys just need a little bit of a challenge. But for women, we really need those reasons, those strong, motivating reasons. Okay, so focus on the reasons rather than being good or bad. Okay, so the 2 things that I gave you were to, actually I slipped in a third one there. So the 3 things that I gave you were to do Tabata sessions, at least 3 at the end of your resistance training workouts. To make sure that you meal prep. And look, if you have not meal prepped because you're still getting over your blowout of a weekend, then one thing that I do is that I make sure that I have a meal replacement shake always in my pantry and in the glove box of my car and in the baby bag. I just always have them, all right? It's a super healthy alternative. It's not just any old one. If you want to know what those are, then feel free to comment on Facebook or go to my website, select the Contact Us, and I'll let you know what it is that I use. But I always have them there. And the third one was to write a list of 10 compelling reasons why you need to continue. Okay, why you need to continue. Pick yourself back up as quick as you can and just keep going. So that is how you deal with a blowout, my friends. That is how you deal with that. I hope that you got some value from this today. I hope that you have... If today is the second day after the weekend and you still haven't hopped back on, I hope that was enough for you to actually consider. All right, so the first thing I want you to do is write a list of 10 compelling reasons. All right, so that's me. That's it for today. Feel free to join tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, Monday to Thursday is when we do these training sessions. And so you're welcome to join tomorrow morning. If you ever have any questions that you want to ask me about, feel free to comment, but you can contact me through my website, which is www.generationhealth.co.nz, and just hit the Contact Us, type in your question. I'll get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. All right, have a fantastic rest of the day.